Jeez, I don't know what happened. That was weird. Dang, that was crazy. I do not know what happened there. Sorry, guys. If you can hear me now, I had to restart the stream. It just went out on me. I was in the middle of talking about something. I looked and everything was blank. So I'm not sure what happened there. We should be back on now. Let me know if you can hear me. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know what happened. I've never seen it do that before. So now I'm all set up again. There we go. Should be good now. How about this, guys? Now you can hear me? Sorry. My stream service software cut out, and it took me a little bit to get it all back up and going. But now you can hear me, right? Everybody hear me? Message if you can hear me okay. Good. Good, good. Welcome, everyone. Stream, welcome, welcome. Sorry about that. Had a little hiccup this second here. I set a Premiere to do this stream, and then when I clicked on the stream, it started going for 15, 20 seconds, and the whole screen went black. I lost everything, so not sure what happened. But welcome, Frank, Ani, Cyclonic, Adam, Dean, Dorson, Frank. Thank you for being here. Unbelievable Daily, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Dean, thank you, thank you. Dean is the KY from Kentucky. You're from Kentucky? Is that what that is in there? I see that every time and I think automatically Kentucky. Maybe that's not what it's for, but love that area. Lorand, hello, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah. Happy Friday, everyone. I'm glad it's Friday. It's been a wild week for me. I mean, really wild for me. Mr. Trader Mick, good morning. Ray Rivers, good morning. Good morning. Stream's working good now. Looks like the video's good. Hear me good. Todd Reese, good morning. Good morning. Right on. Right on. Okay, well, let me just start. I got a few things I want to say this morning. First thing, so this week was crazy for me. We did really good till Wednesday. Wednesday I was really busy, and I had to run some errands. I had my daughter with me, and I did some trading on my phone, and I found a problem. And I think it's not a simple market metrics problem. It's actually a trading view problem. And as I delved into this, I was kind of shocked to find this out because I didn't even think about this before. But something is wrong with the alert feature, and I was getting alerts very, very late. So I'm running around town. I've got my phone shut off. I'm not looking at the chart. I'd get an alert. I'd hurry and go in and place whatever the alert is. I'd look at it really quick, but sometimes on my mobile, I'll see candles, but I won't see the background. I won't see this middle panel. I won't see stuff like that. So really bad idea, guys. Oh my hell. I had like 4 or 5 trades in a row that were losers. And it was one of those choppy mornings, and I'm trying to do things outside of trading and still trade. And oh man, that was 100% on me. Totally bad scenario. I should have just not even traded. Looking back, I shouldn't have even traded. I'd be up where I was. I was up almost $2,000, $2,300 I think at the highest. And after a few losses in a row, man, that $2,500 was gone. In fact, I was down $3,500. And so yesterday, I didn't have time to stream. I had a couple meetings in the morning and a doctor's appointment for my daughter, and I wasn't able to get on the charts until the afternoon, and I was able to get about 1,000 of that back. So we're up about 1,000 for the day, and I've just been taking it real slow and easy. That was a walloping, and a lot of it's my system, my setup. So I'm half tempted. I'm really leaning towards just deleting the app on my phone and not even doing mobile apps anymore, and just gonna trade when I'm sitting here at the chart, and I can watch the screen and I can get the alert when it's supposed to be. The little toast alerts that you get, it's called the toast alert. It's that little alert that pops up in the left corner here. Crazy. Those work really good. I get those almost instantaneously, but the ones on my mobile, some of those were 5-10 minutes late. Sometimes I didn't even get them. So I'd get an alert, and then I get an alert, like say right here, half hour would go by, and I'd get this sell alert right here. Or vice versa. I'd get a buy alert here, and I was down here. And by the time I noticed, I'd look a half hour later or whatever. It's just not a good idea. Just totally not a good idea. And I've traded mobile before. It's not like the first time I've ever placed a mobile order. But for whatever reason, man, that series of events kicked my fanny. I was in bad shape, man. So anyway, yesterday I kind of took some time. I kind of played with my system a little bit. I wanted to find out what was happening, and when I discovered that, I was like, "Oh crap! That's probably half the reason I lost so much, because those alerts aren't coming through like they're supposed to." So anyway, good morning, Erica. Good morning. Yeah, Adam. It was terrible. It was not good, especially after all of the progress I made. I mean, I had a really good solid couple weeks actually. So. But I knew a lot of people that had some trouble. I mean, the markets have been wild, guys. Everybody knows that. It's been really actually kind of hard to trade. I know one trader that I communicate with pretty frequently, and they have a bigger channel than I do. They've been kind of sharing information with me of how they got their channel bigger and some things like that. But we kind of collab a little bit behind the scenes, so to speak. And it's March 14th, and they're not profitable for the year. That's how bad the year's been for them. And their channel is probably 10 times the size of mine, and they've got 10 times as many accounts. And so some of the conversations we've had in confidence, the extra accounts and everything has actually just been a headache. It's made it 10 times worse, not better. So I really like the idea of just having a few accounts at the most, and then don't link them all together. Because if that happened to me and I had all 5 accounts linked together, I'd be down, $4,000 times 5. And think about that mentally, that would really mess with you. So, so no, it's not Nutty Bar, but it could be. Adam, I actually have, me and Nutty Bar have emailed a couple times. We actually talked about doing a collab, and it may still happen. I don't know. I don't have any problems with him. I don't know if you should watch him for trading. It's more of an entertainment channel than a trading channel. But whereas I think mine, I'm really wanting to try and get mine to be more, trade focused and chart focused. I mean, that's why we're here. And I want it to be solid. I want it to be a good place to go. Like you can trust it and get good information and, be solid. So, but anyway, through all that mess that I had the other day, I kind of got looking at things, and I think from now on, I'm just going to trade the MES for a little bit. I've had a lot of problems with gold. I was looking at my stats, and I've lost, I don't know why, but I keep getting in the wrong, even with those big spikes on gold. And that's part of the problem is before those big spikes on gold, it had a lot of volatility, and I lost 4 or 5 trades in a row. So I turned off my alerts. I haven't even been trading it, and then it had those great big spikes. I would have made some good money on those. In fact, that would have helped me that day that I had all the problems. But trying to juggle between MNQ and MES, because I'm usually doing the same trades on both those, and I was doing lower sizes on both those, I think it's going to be a little bit better just to do MES and do a higher amount. So let me show you what I came up with. Good morning, Brett. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Here's what I'm going to do, and this helped me a lot yesterday. I kind of played at this a bunch yesterday when I was working on this. Yeah, gold has been wild, Lorand. Gold used to be my favorite thing to trade, and I would say the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I always just seem to get in wrong, even with the metrics. If you look at the metrics don't work really good on gold. Way too much spiking in the inside of each candle. I mean, when you get candles like this on gold, you wouldn't want to buy or sell that because it's going too much up and down, right? It's just whatever you do, it's going to wipe you out. You buy, it's going to wipe you out. You sell, it's going to wipe you out. So anyway, I've got a 3-minute chart here, and I've got a 5-minute chart here. And another thing I changed, this little data box right here, if you guys see this, if you got this on your chart too, if yours in version 5, you'll have this too. I changed the colors. I changed the colors a little bit darker. It used to be kind of like a tan and a peach looking color kind of. I changed them to the exact same colors in my bars, right? So the reason I did that is now you can kind of just quick glance, and here's another thing too I want to show you: 3-minute, 5-minute, 60-minute, right? So I can just take a quick glance. I don't have to go up to here and change any of the time frames, right? That's the whole reason for this data box. That's why I leave it on there. And I've glanced at this a bunch before, but if those colors aren't the same as these, I thought it'd be better to change the colors to match and line up. So if you can, now that I know what the settings are too, and it comes default, it's like 1, 3, and 5 or something like that. I don't know. I had to change it to what I like. So this tells me I can just take a quick glance, and this tells me the 1-hour chart is in an uptrend because it's green, right? The 5-minute chart has had this is the red. This is from just this right here. It was green in this area. It was red this area. See how it kind of lines up with what's above it? So you can just look really quick, right? So, and the best probability trades that I've had, that's a toast alert. That alert I just got, that's a toast alert. So, by the way, if you didn't know what that was, but so the best probability trades, the market metrics works the best if you're trading with the trend. So when we try to get alignment, so if we start our day with looking right here, so we can see the last. I actually was watching the chart last night when this 1-hour turned from red to green. So I watched it right when it closed above the turned to green, and it changed right here. And you can follow it along the chart, and you can see when that happened. See, it was right here. It was this 5-minute candle was right around. It was right around the hour. I think it was right this one. Yeah, it changed over there. So yeah, I'm just gonna hyper focus. I'm gonna calm down just a little bit. I was getting a little bit aggressive. Anytime your system's working really well for you, even if your system's solid, it's kind of you have to kind of keep yourself in check. And I really like this feature for that, the risk feature, right? Because you got to stick to that, right? You got to stick to that. You can't be in there messing with that all the time. You can't extend it. You can't take it away. And you've just got to trade by those rules. And so had I had set a stop loss that was about the same as my take profit or similar, this wouldn't have been so bad. That would have saved me a lot because, one, I wasn't even at my computer. I was out running errands and doing things I had to do and trying to trade at the same time. It's a bad idea. I promise you, bad idea. It doesn't matter how good your system is. That's opening yourself up for some really bad times. So don't do that. Like I said, the reason I've learned some good things and I have some pretty good success is because I've learned a lot of bad things. And I should have known about that one, but I really am excited to keep this funded account going and keep the channel doing well. So it's one of those things. He had good intentions, but it actually hurt you in the long run, type of deal. So, but yeah, the 3-minute charts on this side, the 5-minute charts on this side. Now, here's another thing I want to tell everybody. This is really cool. When I first got the Simple Market Metrics, I did a lot of testing on it, and I was actually helping with some testing of different settings and different time frames, right? The 3-minute chart. So the alert feature, you see on this one here, I've got the alert feature on, and I don't have it off on this one. If you go into the 3-minute chart and you set these alerts up, and I change the color to white, let me show you something. I think I mentioned this before. I only use the alerts if I'm actually scalping, right? So on this side, I'm going to kind of leave this as a scalp chart, and if I see a good scalp, I'm going to take it. But what I did is, this is crazy. You guys should test this too, because I'm pretty sure you're going to have really good results with it. I tested it for well over a month, and I was in constant communication with some other traders that were doing the same kind of thing, and this works really, really well. In fact, Justin's channel, he uses the alerts on the 1 minute, and he kicks butt. He's doing really good. But if you go to 3-minute on the MES, set your your profits at 8, okay? And this doesn't really matter. This just shows how many lines back you can go and see. So you can just put this at 1 if you want. If you put it at 0, you won't see any alerts at all, though. So you got to have it at least 1. And then I like to see white. I don't really like the gold. I like white or a brighter color. But listen to this. When we were testing this, every time, and if you have the smart, I was going to show you too, you got to have the smart signals on. Let's see. You got to have enable chop filter and MA, and then there's another one that says match the colors to the trend. I like to see the real price line. That's extended out here, so you can see that. This little gray dotted line, that's the actual price. It's a Heikin Ashi candle, but that's got the actual price linked to it, so I like that. But this is crazy. This is where you adjust the time frames in that middle data box I was telling you about, if you didn't know that. ATR length, I just leave that at 3 and have that on. Maybe I'm thinking something else. I swear there was no, I think that's it. I think I got it. Yeah, enable buy and sell. Yeah, I think I got everything here. But needless to say, when we tested this, guys, and Justin talks a lot about this on his channel. If you watch his channel and follow this, these signals are gold. On the 1 minute chart, if you set it like at 6 and do the 1 minute chart, you'll nail your high probability. You're like in the 80% probabilities, right? So you could just do a static 8 and 8, and you're going to win more of those than you'll lose. So I am going to take a few of those. Yesterday I took 3 of them, and it was 3 for 3. I took 3 signals and 3 wins. So, and this morning I did this signal right here, and it was literally 3 minutes and it was done. So this is kind of be a scalping chart for me a little bit. I'm just going to kind of quick scalp. I'm going to do a little bit bigger size, but I'm just going to focus on this pair for just a little bit here. The other day when I was having some of the troubles, it was really hard for me on the mobile to switch back and forth between MNQ and MES, and that's probably pretty clear. If anybody's tried to do that before, it's not very fun. It's pretty hard. So yeah, so these signals, if you use these signals, that's what I would set them at and how I would use them. I'd use them on the 3 minute chart, and they're great. They actually work really, really well. You'll be in the 80 percentile. I can say that pretty confidently. We tested them. I had a chart that we looked at. We kept track, like every single trade, in the U.S. session like we are now. I took every single trade on. I think it was actually gold I was testing this on, and we got like 87% in an entire month. So they're really, really good signals if you're scalping. But when I'm trying to do the regular type of trading we've been doing, looking at our 1 hour chart, trading on the 5 minute, looking at the 3 minute and 5 minute to kind of get that same confirmation that we do, I just take them off. I don't even use them, because sometimes it'll say like buy. You'll get a buy like right here at the end of this. It's clearly towards the end, and then you'll take a loss because the buy comes in right here. So for whatever reason, when it's on 5 minute chart, it's not that great. And I've tried it on 15 minute chart. I've tried it on 30 minute, 1 hour. 4 hour actually works pretty good, but you get like a signal every week. I mean, it's pretty stretched out. So yeah. Anyway, Tradeaway won't let me save the risk settings. I clicked on save, but nothing happens. Has this happened to anyone else? Dorson, yes, that's happened to me before. So tell me, Dorson, if you don't mind, tell me which firm you're using. There was a firm one time, so I had to go in here. I had to go to APA or add-ons, I mean, and there was something not activated. I think it was one of these. I had to activate it, and it still didn't work, so I had to get a hold of their tech support. Because that has happened to me before. I know exactly what you're talking about. That has happened to me before. TPT eval. Okay. I know TPT. They're customer service people. They're really good, and I believe they will fix that for you. The only thing is, I have heard, and I've never seen this personally myself, but I have heard that sometimes on evals they won't let you use that. They'll only let you use that on a funded. So. But I have seen that before. Mine works just fine, but I have seen that before. So get with TPT and see what they say, because sometimes on evals they disable that on their end, and it won't save. Like there's nothing you can do, and I don't know why. You would think that would be, well, I do know why. I'll tell you exactly why, because it sells them more evals that way. If you can't set your risk level and you get a little bit wild and it blows the eval up, then you got to buy another one. That's why. So try it. Yeah, get with those guys and try it. I want to say that I've had it work for me before on TPT, but maybe not. Morning, JJ. I am late, just in the middle of my biggest son, 5th birthday. Oh, cool. Well, happy birthday to your son. That's awesome. I was gone yesterday spending some time with my youngest daughter, so I had to take her to the doctor, had a bunch of errands to run, had some meetings to get to in the morning. I just didn't have any time to trade at all in the morning. I mostly did my trading last night and in the afternoon after the market closed and opened up again. So, but thanks for being here, Dan. Thank you. So that was kind of a long-winded explanation. Kind of glad to be back out at it today at a normal time. My daughter's feeling much, much better, and things are good. So we're kind of back in the saddle. I'd like to get to at least today. My goal is to get my funded account up over the 100,000 mark, just so I'm only a couple days behind schedule. I'm back on track. My consistency is going to look good. That's another thing too. When you're trying to make up ground, you got to keep your head level, because if you get out of whack with your consistency, then it's just going to take you longer to get a payout. So if you have some really big days to make up for some loss, then they're going to stretch out how many days you need to trade before you can get a payout. So consistency is huge, right? So that's another reason I love this risk feature here that we've been talking about, because if you just hit that same metric every day, life is going to be much easier, right? So I'm going to set it when I get caught up a little bit, when I get back over the 100,000 mark, I'm just going to set it static. I'll just set it at I'll do the same 875 minus 875 plus. And if it shuts me off, I'm done for the day. That's got to be you have to have that intestinal fortitude to be strong about it, right? You've got to have that mental strength to stop and not go in there and mess with the settings and keep going. It's so easy to do. I wish they would lock the settings feature. Once you locked it, you couldn't go in there and modify it. Right? Because, if you're weak that way, or if you're worried about something that way, you're going to get in and you're going to over leverage, and you're going to, and some of those trades, when I started losing, I put some more size on too. And then I lost those trades. That's like the perfect storm of badness. Crazy. So don't do that. So yeah. Anyway, so guys, let's look at the charts here. So looking at the chart, like I said, I'm just going to stick with MES for today. Maybe we'll integrate MNQ back in there, but I had a lot of struggles the other day trying to juggle both of them. And I like MES a little bit better. It's a little bit slower moving, right? And I feel like I was looking at some of my reporting on Tradeify, and I feel like overall I do a little bit better with MES. That's kind of why I decided to stick with it. I feel like I get a little bit better results. I had a couple more losses on MNQ versus MES, so we're going to stick with that. 1 to 2 micros to 15. Holy cow, Rand. That's insane. That's hard to handle, brother. That's a lot. But it's easy to do. And here's the thing. I talked to a guy yesterday that I've known for a couple years. He's an investor, and dabbled in trading and done a lot of things. And he actually bought the Simple Market Metrics. He's following my channel, and we've been emailing back and forth. He lives in New Hampshire. And he said the same thing. He's like, man, I have a hard time keeping myself. I'm my own worst enemy. He says, I'll do really well, and then I'll have a loss or two, and it really mentally messes me up. And then I'll go in there and I'll double and triple the size to try and get it back. And next thing I know, I'm down 3 times what I wanted to be. And I'm just mad at the world. And I'm like, you know what? We all do that. Every single person has done that, right? We all do that. So it's just human nature. It's just human nature. But those risk settings on Trade-Evate, if you use them and stay out of there, it's going to save you. I mean, the worst thing that can happen is you lose. You're just a day off, right? I mean, it'd be really hard to use these metrics and to have multiple days in a row of just loss after loss after loss. I mean, you'd really, I'd like to see that actually, because I don't think it's possible. Yep, I don't think it's possible. So, Erica, how are you doing? I was thinking about you yesterday, wondering how your 50K take profit's going. How's that going? Can you hear me okay? How's anybody else doing this morning? Anybody else took a trade yet? Anybody else in profit? Anybody else looking at a certain asset? If you've got a good setup on something, you can call it out and we'll take a look at it. If it looks good, maybe we'll take it. But I really want to hyper focus on just trying to get my account back in good standing. And I did really good yesterday. I had like $1,000, so another 1,000 to go, and I think I'll sleep better tonight and know that I'm out of danger. And I'm not trying to swing for the fence. I'm not trying to make payout today. I'm just trying to keep that account above. I'd like to get it above 100K, and then I can sleep good this weekend and know that I did some good work here after my big pop. I can't tell you how many times I've seen YouTubers do that too. Oh my gosh. I've seen seriously, every YouTuber I follow at one point or another has had a major blow up like that. Seriously, every single one. Earlier we were talking to Adam Nutty Bar. He does it all the time. I have a hard time watching his sometimes because he blows so many accounts. And then so much happens off stream with him too. Like, it's really hard to follow along because so many things. Like, he'll have a terrible day and shut off the stream, and the next day he's up like $5,000, and he bought 4 more accounts, and he got funded on 4 more accounts, and then he says he's getting all these payouts and everything, and then his expenses are just ridiculous. His expenses are super high. I mean, he probably spends more on expenses than I make in a year. But he also has some really good days too, But a lot of it's just off stream, and it's hard to follow. So, but I know a couple other guys. Even trading with Travis, I watched him probably a year ago or so. I was watching him pretty good on his stream pretty frequently, and just trying to learn his strategy, right? And I actually have another chart where I have yellow and white candles, kind of like he did. But man, he blew up hard. I watched him have a terrible day. And then the next, like, I didn't see him stream for a couple days, and the next time I saw him stream, he'd made like $50,000 in like 4 days. I mean, the guy just, when he's an animal, he gets on it, he's an animal. So, Loran, no, I don't have an affiliate link on Take Profit. I actually applied for one, and they denied me, and they said that right now they're only giving affiliates out to funded traders. And so I have a pro account that's sitting in hold because it's the one I blew like a month and a half ago when I accidentally left that Trade-Evate. I had a pending order on Trade-Evate that was open, and I didn't know about it, and it blew my 50K pro account. So if I still had that, yes, I would have an affiliate account. So eventually I will. I think that's a goal of mine. I'd like to have the big 3. I think it'd be good to have Take Profit, My Funded Futures, and Tradeify. Those are my big 3. And if I can get affiliate links with all 3 of them, then I'll post them in every video. And then you guys, whatever discount they give me, you guys can take advantage of it, or anybody new looking for an account can take advantage of it. So I think the discount they give everybody's the same. But a discount's a discount. At least I get credit for it, and you still save the same money that is if you just use somebody else's or whatever. You know what I mean? I did okay yesterday. Somehow I accidentally put 12 contracts negative super fast. Made it back and broke even. Nice. That's awesome, Erica. You know what? We all do that. We've all had days like that. I was up. I think I did 8 contracts, and I'm usually doing 2. The day that I was trying to do stuff on my mobile. Oh my gosh, I really messed myself up doing that. That's why I'm down $3,500. just because it got way out of whack. Not only that, Eric, I don't know if you were on the stream earlier, but I had some problems with I was trying to trade on my mobile, and I had some problems with my alerts. And how I found out is when I came back to my desk and I was investigating, I set it on the 1 minute chart and put the alerts on, and my screen would flick the alert, but my mobile wouldn't get it for like 10-15 minutes. And so when the market's chopping like this, that's a big deal. You're already heading the other way by the time you enter. And I could not figure out for the life of me. I'd look at my trades and I'm like constantly in the negative. I'm like, what in the hell is going on? Usually I get in these trades and I'm instantly in profit or very quick, and then I could manage it. I was just looking for small wins, I'll just take a couple $100 and shut it off and wait for the next signal kind of thing. Well, that doesn't work if you're not getting the signals when you're supposed to. So yeah, I like that too. Yeah, I like that too. Mr. Trader Mick, I like that too. Too much right here, but man, if Corey's on here, are you on here, Corey? Corey and I were emailing about it. He had the same thing. The same day that he got like, I hope he doesn't mind if I share this, but he got like, well, it's on my channel so everybody can see it, but he had 3 25K accounts. He was $100 away from getting funded, and actually blew those accounts. So he ended up buying a bunch more, and I don't know how he's doing now, but that same day that happened to me. So the markets were super choppy that day too. It was a perfect storm. It was one of those things, like every time I turned around, I was in a negative trade. It didn't matter what I did. I felt like I was in a negative trade. I couldn't figure out why my alert was saying this. I'd do that, and then I was always in the negative. And then I look at the chart. I came home and looked at my chart and looked at my alert settings, and they were all screwed up. I wasn't getting the alerts until 10-15 minutes later. And that choppy day, that made a big difference, right? And it's crazy too, because looking at your phone and seeing the same screen as you do your computer, something's different. Even though it's the same information, something's different. So when I sat down at my computer screen, I'm like, oh, okay, I can see clearly. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done this. And then when I added to the next one, trying to make up for the one I just lost, all it did was kick me in the foot, kick me in the shin, So it happens to everybody, guys, and I'm being transparent about it. I mean, you can see my numbers. It is what it is. The big thing is I'm just really glad I didn't blow the account, because I worked really hard to get this account, and I had such good, consistent numbers. I really did. I had such a good, consistent week and a half trading that eval. And I can pass evals no problem. It's always the funded that everybody has a problem with. Everybody gets to funded, and their mind goes goofy, and next thing you know, you're buying another eval. So, Dorson, 5 contracts. Oh, man. You bought 5 contracts on NQ instead of MNQ? Nice. Well, you're lucky that $100 profit instead of $1,000 loss, because that could happen real easy on that much NQ. That's crazy. Everybody's done that, though. I've done that, too. Done that many times. That's why nowadays I just have these bookmarks. And I can't enter into anything else. I just have these bookmarks. I used to have it, so I had like NQ, ES, some of the Forex pairs, and they all are right here. And if you were scrolling back and forth, it'd be really easy to mess that up. It'd be really easy to accidentally do that. Okay, I just got a signal. I think we're going to take it. So let's go to, and let's do this. I'm going to put a stop loss and a take profit. We're going to buy.
Filled.
Okay, now the reason I did that, I like the stop loss and take profit. I just did the static numbers. I'm not going to leave it at that. I'm going to move it where I feel comfortable. So now let's look on this chart. I'm going to zoom into this chart here. Okay, I'm actually feeling pretty good about those levels, right about there. The stop loss could be down a little bit further, but I generally don't like to have a bigger stop loss than a win, the take profit. So yeah, looking at this, that put it right below this resistance. So if we break this resistance, we'll hit this take profit. If we break this key level here. So I looked at this real quick. I could see that everything's green. All 3 of these are green. We were green 1 hour, green 5 minute, green 3 minute. You can see the 3 minute chart right here. Okay, now let's do this too. I haven't got that signal yet, so I'm gonna wait to see. Crossing up signal. Let's clear these out because I want to make sure I just get today's. Okay, so I have the buy and sell on the 3 minute. Those are the buy and sell numbers. See how it's populated this? We want to wait till the candle closes, and we want to wait until we actually get the alert. I've seen these disappear. These will repaint while the candle is open, So we want to wait. We want to be patient with those. But look at all these resistance. We got plenty of room for some room here. This should be a pretty good trade, I'm thinking, guys. So let me show you this. This is crazy. We're going to put this at 7, and let's do this at like 10. There's our alert. There's our trade.
Order filled.
The trade started at 8:42. Yeah, Erica, I'm actually going to delete the mobile app. I'm going to delete the mobile app. I don't need it. I will never do that again. That was just a frustrating nightmare, and I'm not ever going to do that again. So I'm going to delete the mobile app. I have everything I need. My desk setup here at my office is awesome. I can see everything really well. I've got 2 screens, and my alerts are instantaneous. Like you just saw that alert. It was on the 1 second into the candle we got the alert. So I don't need to. I don't need to try and trade mobile. And if I ever have errands and stuff like that, and the day got a little crazier than I expected. I thought I'd be back sooner than I was, and I just had a lot of things going on. I'll never do that again. If I'm out running errands, I'm just going to not even look at charts or trades. I'm not going to try and stop everywhere I go and, try to place extra trades or manage trades that way. It's just not a good idea. Not a good idea. So yeah, we've got one scalp trade right now, and then we've got this swing trade type of deal. And markets just kind of bouncing around a little bit. So yeah, kind of bouncing around a little bit. I did put a little bit of size on this one, so I'm going to watch these pretty close. But yeah, these usually go through pretty fast. I would say these. So doing these buys, like I've got it set right here, doing these buys, I've seen these go through in 3 minutes before. So, but the most I've seen them take is like this one here. Earlier today, it was like 6 minutes and it was done. So last night I had one that I did and it was like 10 minutes, and the other one I did was like 30 seconds. So I got the alert, I placed the trade, and 30 seconds later I was in profit and done. It was awesome. Yeah, it was awesome. Yes, when I'm scalping like this, I do put a little bit of size on there. So when I'm swinging like this, I don't want to have a big size because I'm gonna let it move a little bit more. When I'm swinging for a small amount like that, I usually put some size on there, Lorand. You can do whatever size you're comfortable with you. I did one yesterday. It was like 30. So I'm making up ground, and I had a really good last afternoon kind of thing. So, but I'm comfortable with this. This looks good. I'm looking at my metrics. I can look at everything. We've got good RSI, green. We're green across the board. We were higher earlier, which tells me we're going to reach those levels again, if not go higher. Usually Fridays too, guys. I don't know if you noticed this, but Fridays usually are trending days. So once the market stabilizes from whatever news, it'll usually just ride that trend the rest of the day. I've seen that many, many times. I'd say that's 80% of the time. Fridays will just trend on into the end of the market. So, okay, we're about to take profit. And we did. We took profit. So that swing trade right there went through, guys. Or that's scalp trade, that went through. So now we're just in our swing trade, and we're just going to see how these levels pan out for us. So I could add some more size too. I'm kind of thinking I want to add a little bit more size. Yeah, that was like 4 minutes, guys. I looked at the clock. We're about 4 minutes on that trade right here, and it went through. So this one went through, and this one went through. And you see how I did that. I didn't even set a stop loss. I just put a take profit on there. And, the overall trend I could see was going up, so I wasn't too worried about stop loss. I'm at my chart. I'm at my desk. I'm at my screen. I can manage it how I need to. So let's see. I just want to look at something here while we've got this. I'm going to go down to 1 minute chart for a second. Or just one screen chart, I mean. We got plenty of room to go up, guys. Looking at this, we're green across the board. I think we got a really good entry right there. A couple days ago, that spike up. I don't know if we'll get that high. That on the 1 hour chart, here's the next resistance, these little red dots right here. So we got a ways. I mean, I don't know if it'll get that high today, but I think this is pretty doable. That looks like a pretty solid setup right there. Yes, the Tradeify will let you do whatever you want, Laurent. Once you're funded, the only thing they really care about is your consistency, and for payouts you have to have at least 5 days of $200, and then you have to wait every 10 days. But that's one of the reasons I picked them. I like that I can have I want the freedom to trade how I want to trade. I don't like that. That's why I don't really like Apex. I mean, I don't know if they're better nowadays, but last summer they were pulling all kinds of junk on people. I mean, they wanted you to film yourself, and they wanted you to explain your strategy. They wanted you to stand on one arm while you have one sock on your head. They were having you out do all kinds of weird stuff. The name of the prop firm is Tradeify. It's in my videos. Every video I have, if you look in the notes, there's a section that says prop firms, and I've got all the links for them. They're not affiliate links. They're just the main. They're just the main web browser link. But once I get affiliate links, that'll be replaced. I'll just put the affiliate link there. So I appreciate you guys. If you do buy the Simple Market Metrics, thank you very much. I appreciate your trust. I appreciate you being here and participating with us. And if I become an affiliate with these prop firms and you buy accounts with them, I'll obviously get a little kickback for that, and you'll save a little bit of money from full price. So it's a win-win, right? It's a win-win. So Erica, how are you doing? How's your 50K today? Have you placed any trades? Are you working on anything? If anybody's needing a trade, I would suggest this one. This one looks like a pretty solid setup. So the big thing here, when I'm looking at a screen like this and I see so many resistance stacked up like that, we got work to do to get there. But like I just said a minute ago, a lot of times on Fridays, the market will trend. It'll really just pick a direction and go. So this is a good setup. I think we'll be solid. We break these levels here in the next 15, 20 minutes, then we'll get to this next level. In fact, I may extend it up. If that's the case, there's nothing wrong with moving your numbers. And once we get higher, I'll probably protect the trade too. I'll move this stop loss up and put it in a little bit of profit. That way, if we get any weird, funky candles that are trying to take us out, we're going to be protected. $100 so far at NQ. Nice. Good job. Nice. We love it. Okay, I see. The end of this candle, I'm going to add some more. We're going to go a little bigger on this trade. It is moving slow. Yep, you're right. It is moving slow. Like I said, I think if we break this resistance level, then we've got plenty of uptrend moving momentum today. Unless things change. If things change, then we'll adjust as we need to. So that was cool though. Did you guys see that? This trade right here? That was 4 minutes. From the time I hit buy to take profit was 4 minutes. We made like $90 in 4 minutes. It was really cool. Okay, that was a new candle, so we're going to place some more. Let's do another 2 and just hold that bad boy.
Order filled.
Let's see what happens. The area to watch real close is going to be these 2 resistance lines. You know what, Erica? NQ makes me so mad. I'm not going to lie. I really hate that pair sometimes. It's so fast. When it goes against you, I mean, some of those candles are giant. And, you know, it's really hard. It's really hard to trade like I do that way because it's so up and down. Whereas if you click over to MES, the ES, it's just not near as fast. They're moving very similar. They head similar directions, but you're right. It's so sneaky. And I watch so many live streams where people have absolutely got murdered on NQ like that. They ought to call that the murder future. I mean, it ends your future. There is no future with that one. Prop firms love it too. They want you to over leverage and use NQ only because that you'll be buying another eval in 20 minutes. Daniel's asking, do you believe that the candle daily this week made a double bottom? You know what? I haven't looked at the daily, so let's take a look. You talking about right here? Possibly. Yeah, that's solid analysis. I think you're right. That looks like, if you're just going off candles patterns, yeah, that looks likely. Yeah, NQ makes me mad. The other day I was like, I'm never trading NQ again. Of course, that's a lie. I'll trade it again, but I was just mad at it. He's your sneaky man. What's crazy about it too is you probably remember, but I've always just done the minimum on NQ because I've always just been so hesitant with that pair, and I've always been in some situation where I needed to add more. But even at one micro, NQ moves so much you can make a really good return off just one. But like I said, that's what the prop firm loves. They want you to put 10, 15, 20. They'll let you do like 30, 40, 50 or whatever. And then 15 minutes later, you're buying an eval. That's how they make money, you know. When 1 million people are doing that every day, they make some pretty good money. Even if resets were half of what an actual eval is, they'd make a fortune. That's what I do. If I had a prop firm, I'd just have the reset be half of it. Be like, look, you messed up. It happens. We all been there. It's 50%, and I'll have you running in 5 minutes. I mean, you'd make so much money on resets, it's crazy. It's okay, baby girl. She's going to get in the bath here in a little bit. She was not feeling good yesterday. Okay, so on NQ, Erica, I do see a very similar picture. The only thing I see that's different is we don't have a green background. Not that that won't stop it, because I've seen this thing just fly to the moon and then go down to the end of the earth. There's actually the first green, if that holds the next 50 seconds. But I'll bet the analysis is very similar. Actually, 1 hour. Yeah, it's very similar. I'm just going to do MES today. We'll just hold on to what we've got and see what happens here. Like I say, the best we can hope for is high probability. There is no for sures in trading. The best thing we can do is do all of our plotting and planning and use every metric available to us, and the market ultimately decides what's going to happen. It's either going to continue with what it's showing it's going to do, or it's going to pull a zapper on us and just wipe the floor with our accounts. Man, the other day too, you guys have probably seen this before too. You already got the 100? Nice. Good. So you're halfway to your goal today then. Yeah, that's good. That's good. The other day, the market was doing this like you'd get all greens, everything would line up, and then the candles would just sink. Like it would just go down. It would show everything good for a buy, and then it would just go down. And then I'd exit out in a loss, and then it looked like it'd start selling, so I'd sell, and it would just go up. I mean, it was like playing with me, you know? Just crazy. Crazy. It was like I felt like somebody was like had an invisible spaceship and was watching me, and they were just laughing because they would just do the opposite of what I did, and they were wiping me out. They'd just get the kick out of that. So we entered the trade about 5 minutes ago, and we're just barely hovering above entry, not really moving too much yet. Like I said, we kind of tested this level and we didn't break it. So, and you see this small order block above both of them. It's very small. It's very light and very small. So I don't think it's very strong. I don't know, but we're just gonna have to watch this because we could test the EMA again. I don't know if we'll get this low today. I really feel like we got a solid entry and solid setup. But again, you can do all the charting and planning in the world, and the market still has other plans for you sometimes. Sometimes it pulls sneaky stuff, like Erica says. All the analysis in the world will still, and that's where risk management comes in. You just have to be good with your risk management at that point and take the loss and move on to the next one. right? Okay, we're up, guys. We're heading back up to test that level. I'm going to zoom in just a teeny bit. I'm thinking that's really weird. I've never seen it do that, where you get a middle candle that blacks out like that. It's kind of weird. If we can break these levels, these two close resistances, we should fly pretty good. That's my opinion. But I'm thinking if we can break those levels, we've got some good bull action that can happen here. We've got good RSI levels. We're at positive 28, so that's a decent number to push the price up a little bit. How's everybody else doing? How's Ray doing? Ray, how are you? You here still? How you doing out there? Dean, you got any trades going? You got anything going on today? Adam, you got anything going on today? Anybody else? Trader Mick, how you doing today? I like to see how you're doing. See what you got going on. Cyclonic, how you doing, man? What's happening with you? Ray up about 300. Nice. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. That's a much better feeling than being down 300. I'll say that. Man, there's so many days I'm like, yeah, if I can just get 200 or 300, I'm happy. And I ended up negative 1,200. And I'm like, well, that did not go at all. I used to trade so different too. We used to do a lot of stuff with like Bollinger Bands and the trend trading tool that I had. We would just trade the tool. We just trade from signal to signal. And that was awesome when things were trending, but in ranging markets, man, you just get murdered. It kind of was like the other day. Just every trade was a loss. And you're just like, this sucks. 15 here, 25 there, 50 here. And then you make 100 at the end of the day, and you're like, all that work and headache and stress, and I made $14. Woo. Corey, hey, there you are. I was just talking about you earlier. Were you here? I was telling him that bad story, how we knew had a really bad Wednesday. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying too. You got to be careful, especially if you're trying to make up ground. You got to be mindful of the consistency. So it's real easy to get in the mentality like I'm just going to swing it out of the park and get all my my loss back. But then it'll take longer to get a payout because your consistency has got to be dialed in. So, Travis, morning. No, I'm not going to move away from it permanently. I'm just doing it until I get a little bit, Travis, a little bit higher up. I don't know if you saw that earlier in the stream. I had a really bad Wednesday, and so I'm just kind of focusing on one asset for a little bit. I'm just trying to make up ground. Once I don't know if it's really hard to manage. The other day, I really had a hard time. I was managing trades on my phone. It was really hard to bounce back and forth between MQ and MES, especially when I was managing losses. So, okay, guys, see this big spike? That turned out really nice. So I'm going to move this up just a little bit. Yeah, that actually spiked up pretty hard here. So let's do it one better. Let's get up to this level here. Now notice I don't quite take it clear to the resistance. I'm not quite there. And this could still go back against us. So let's just hold this for a bit. Let's not count our chickens before they hatch, or whatever that old saying is. But now we're fighting this resistance. We blew through these though. Anytime you see a candle that blows through resistance pretty easily like that, and look at the RSI. We're at 45 now. We went from 28 to 45. So that tells me bulls are pushing, baby. Bulls are pushing. So I've got to pause for just a sec, guys. I've got to go check my daughter. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. See, even that the other day when I just took a little break like that, that's when I was in loss. I just got my face handed to me. It was terrible. Corey, I got a sick baby this week too. That was part of my problem on Wednesday as I was trying to juggle running errands. I had a 16-month-old baby that's sick. I'm doing it on my mobile, and I wasn't getting the alerts like I should. I don't know what was going on with TradingView and my phone service, but I was not getting alerts like I should, and I was entering when I should have been not even in the market. And the market that day was crazy. It was just really sucky. So, Brett, you're down 200 from NQ, and I'm about to break even now. Let's go. Yeah, I hear you, buddy. Let's go. I still got a couple grand to make up, so I'll be happy if I can just get... Yeah, we can just get this over 100,000. I'll rest easy this weekend, that's for sure. But like I said, Fridays usually trend pretty good. Once the market establishes a trend, it'll just, it's not really fast, but it'll trend for a couple hours that direction. So I'm going to watch this here. This looks pretty good from how we're sitting here. As long as we don't go back below this, strong resistance that's now support, I think we'll be okay. See what Dad's doing in here? You want to see what Dad's doing in here? There we go. I know what you want. Let's get you a cookie. Oh, we're out of cookies. How about Cheez-It? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah. Okay, I'm home alone today. I got to work this afternoon, but I'm watching my little daughter, so. Yeah. My heart's out to anybody who's a parent and trying to do trades because they're 2 full-time jobs. But that's how my day ended up like it did. It walloped me. I couldn't believe how fast I was down thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? I was about $1,000 away from blowing my account that I worked so hard to get, and I was panicking. Even with all the years' experience, I knew what had just happened sucked, and I was worried. Here, give me that. Give me the Cheez-Its. You want another one? This little girl's a Cheez-It monster. She loves them. Here. Attached to my hip. Oh yeah, nice. So I don't know if anybody saw this yesterday, but you know what's crazy? My YouTube channel has always been relatively small. Last month, since I started, I've been pimping the Simple Market Metrics since December. I think that was my first video I made about it was in December. So a couple months now, 3 months now. Last month, I got 5,000 views. I couldn't believe it when I saw that email yesterday that my channel had over 10,000 views in the history, and 5,000 of that was in 30 days. And it's because I've been posting about the Simple Market Metrics and futures trading. So it's obviously a very popular niche on YouTube, right? There's a lot of people interested in day trading, making a little extra money. I think the economy is a big driver of that, right? So many people are really struggling. And but yeah, thank you. I want to thank everybody that listens to my channel and that has bought the metrics, that has got on the live streams, that's connected with me. This is fun. I mean, I get why. I always wondered why live streamers were so into it. Now I get it. It's actually really fun. I like association. I like learning a little bit about other people, but it's fun to have people that are like-minded and are serious about trading. You know, that's what I want. I want to be. Let's make our money so we can take care of our lives, you know? So, yeah, but that was really cool. My channel has grown a lot in the last 30 days. And so it's exciting. I don't want it to be, like, I'm not looking to be the next Patrick Wyland. Like, he's got a huge channel and huge followers. And I watched his stream a couple times, and the chat box is ridiculous. You can't even, he'll miss a question. If you asked him a serious, legit question, he'd never see it. Because the thing looks just like it's It's like a casino wheel. When you go to a casino and you hit the wheel and it just spins so fast you can't even see what it is. That's what it looks like on his chat. So at that point, it's pointless. Like no one can get any value out of that. The only way you could ever see it is if you like scrolled back to a certain comment for some reason. But he doesn't care about answering questions. He's just wanting to show his Lambo and his BDH and whatever else he's doing. His little dance move at the end. I don't want to be that. I want my channel to be a solid retail trader that has a solid strategy, which at Simple Market Metrics definitely is. This is actually a really, really good, solid setup. Whatever they coded this with, whatever's in the source code's good, but if you use good tactics on top of it, everything I've added to it's just made it a little better, if nothing else. But it's great. I really love it. Really, really enjoying it. So, but yeah, thank you. Everybody watching, thank you. I'm glad you're here. I love your questions. I love to help if I can. I hope that what I'm showing, I know it is. I'm getting emails all the time. I showed my wife the other day dozens of emails of people thanking me, asking me questions, showing me chart setups, and just communicating with me. But most of them are thank yous. Thank you for this. Thank you for introducing me to Simple Market Metrics. This is a godsend. I need a little bit extra, and I've been searching. I mean, it's almost like everybody writes the same email, because everybody's in the same position. It's kind of crazy. But I know. There you go. Want another one? Want another one? Here. I know that on YouTube, there's so much garbage. You type in futures trading strategy on YouTube, and there's hundreds of pages. And it's stuff from 5 years ago. It's stuff from last week. It's one of the biggest scams I've ever seen in futures trading is ICT. You don't want it? That stuff is nonsense. Erica, I completely agree. PW is he may be a good trader, but it doesn't mean he's a good person. But yeah, a little bit. He's a little out there for sure. And I'm not even sure if he's a good trader. I mean, his channel would lead you to believe that, and the stuff that he sells would want you to believe that. Yeah, you love Cheez-Its, huh? Those are so good. Here you go. There you go. Do you want a Whopper? Hey. Are you feeling better today? You look better. You don't look like you're as sick as you were. Thank you, Lorand. I appreciate you. My new... All right, tell me again, are you from Romania or Hungary? Hungary. Not Hungary. Hungary. Yeah, this might take a bit to get where we need to go, guys. I know I'll be done trading if we get up here, because that'll hit my goal for the day, or that'll get me over the hump. Let's put it that way. You got everybody else doing okay? Who is needing a trade? Who's trying to hit a goal? They're still needing some cash. Even though we're in this trade and we've made some distance, I still think there's more to go. I really think today's just going to be one of those trending days. I think we'll get up in this area somewhere. Notice how, another thing with the order blocks, notice how I didn't set it right at the bottom of the order block. So many times I've seen a spike and it just quite didn't hit that order block and go all the way back to entry. You want to talk about frustration. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. So you're Hungarian, but you are from Romania. Okay. Do you know I'm sure you don't know, the Tate brothers live there. Now, I think they're back over here in the United States, but I think they were living in Romania for a while. There's another crew. I don't know what to think about those guys. I've seen a lot of good and I've seen a lot of bad. Still in. Dorson's. Not far from hitting the 3K target. Sweet. Nice. So is that a 50K? Is that a 50K eval, Dorson? You can wait for a pullback on this move here. It could pull back to this profit wave. I wouldn't be surprised if it does that. Pulls back that profit wave, and then it'll keep going up. It's looking like it'll keep going up. I hate to say for sure because nobody knows for sure. I don't care how long you've been trading. There's no for sures. What's this? You want that? Or do you want to play with this? What's this? Vroom, vroom. You like that car, huh? Awesome. 50K, almost to the 3,000. That's a good feeling. That's a good feeling, Dorson. You're almost there. Just be careful. Mentally, things change when you get close to your goal. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Romania, where you lived used to be a part of Hungary. Okay. Nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. So I'm just curious, Lorand, what's the weather like right there? What season are you in right now? What's the weather like right now, temperature-wise and climate-wise? And you seem to understand English pretty well. Nice. I just got somebody else who bought Simple Market Metrics. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've had more sales in the last week than I've had in the last month. So thank you. These live streams are helping. It's a great tool. I can't say enough about it. Even with my failures the other day, most of those were my problem. Just trying to trade mobile and over leveraging had nothing to do with the metrics. There was a few times that like price would go against what it said it was going to do, but that's just the market. I mean, it doesn't matter what tool you're using, that can happen. But overall, the long-term overall consistency of it is amazing. I absolutely love this tool. One of the best of all the trading and all the things I've seen, all the groups I've seen, all the EAs and trade setups and everything I've seen, Simple Market Metrics is one of the best. It's my top 3. I can tell you the bottom is ICT. Anything that guy's pushing is garbage. Absolute garbage. I saw, I don't know, anybody on my channel that likes iMan trading. I love that guy. I wish I could meet that guy. I would give him the biggest high five he's ever had, because that guy is he's like a private investigator for us traders. He finds stuff that nobody else sees. Well, here, if you want to take it. You can have it. Yeah, you can have it. Cold, 14 Celsius, huh? Wow, okay. Oh, okay, so you lived in the UK? Okay. Gotcha. How many languages do you speak, Lorand? Todd, you're right. He is so funny. I love iMan trading. I can't wait to meet that guy. I literally want to message him and be like, dude, let's go get a beer or something. You know what I mean? I got to thank you just for the private investigative work you do on your channel. Like, there's millions of traders that are buying this beer with me here for you. He is so funny. Dorson and Dan. Oh, okay. So do you guys know each other? Dorson, Dan, I think it's Mandela. Dorson, try a couple things. 3, huh? Sweet. Good for you. I know a little bit of Spanish, but English is my first language, my primary language. So that's neat, though. I'm really glad to meet you. I think that's cool. I have a friend in Japan that lives in Osaka, and I message him on Facebook every now and again. He went to school at a little town that I used to be from 25 years ago, and we still communicate. That's fun. I have another friend that lives down in Perth, Australia, and he actually got married to a lady that cleaned out his bank account once he got here in the United States.
And so he lived with me for a short time, and we worked together, and we ended up becoming really good friends. And I haven't talked to him for a year or two, but I usually get like a yearly phone call from him, and then we'll talk for an hour or two. And last time he came to Vegas, I wasn't able to make it down there. He came to Vegas for a week, and we were going to go golf and hang out. But I have friends all over the world. I think that's really cool. We met in another trading group. Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, cool. So Lorand is our trader buddy. Okay. Nice. Nice. Yeah, that's cool. Well, I'm glad you're all here. That's great. Okay, guys, we're moving up. We are almost to that next resistance line. If you can see that next resistance line, just my analysis looking at this, we blew through those two other ones, and we're not going anywhere back there. So I'm thinking RSI is at 40. I'm thinking this is going to be just a patient buy day, right? We're just going to have to chill. But if I hit that, so where I've set that stop loss or that take profit, if we hit that high, then I'm going to be done trading, because I'll have my account back just over 100K, and I'm going to call it a weekend. So I should be up a couple thousand, but at least I'll be back to break even, and I won't be down anymore. So I'll be happy with that for today. I really want to be back to where I was, but if I push it hard, I'm just going to make mistakes. I'll put myself in a bad situation. We don't want to do that. We want to be smart. We want to see, like we did today, was smart. Today was good. We just focused on one thing. We did our analysis. We got a good entry, and here we are. Look what's happening. We're in a good amount of profit. I mean, I've only got 4 micros going, and we're at $400 profit for one trade. We're doing great. Doing great. Yeah, my best day since using the Simple Market Metrics on an eval or a funded account was $2,000. And here's what's crazy about that. That was using low micros. I mean, I was using like 1 or 2 micros, and I got that much money. So imagine if I'd have been 10 or 15 or 20 or 25. I mean, that could have been a $20,000 day pretty easily. But you know what? You play big, you lose big. So, and there's the problem with that too. There's no room for error. I mean, you have nothing. If the market goes against you, you just got to take the loss, because it's take the loss or lose the account. Right? There is no leveraging more to try and compensate and win, because you don't have nothing to leverage. You're out. You're absolutely out. So, hi, sweetheart. This little girl of mine is my last baby. We have, my wife and I, we're hers, mine, and ours. We have 7 kids all together. We did not plan it that way. I didn't set out to repopulate the planet, but that's kind of how it worked out. And this little baby we have is 16 months old. She is my little miracle. We love her. She is great. She's a little blonde, blue-eyed, blonde, perfect little child, aren't you? She's got the prettiest blue eyes, just like her mama. Looks just like her mom. It's crazy. Yeah, and everybody who can hear my voice, guys, something changes when you hit funded. You always get so excited that it makes you make bad choices. That's what I love about the market metrics. I'm making my choices off of data. I'm not making choices off my wants and needs, right? Now think about that. Think of how many times we've done something impulsive and it hurt us. Think of how many times we over leveraged, or we were up and all of a sudden we're $3,000 down. Like the guy I talked to yesterday from New Hampshire I was telling you about. He's like, man, I could make $1,000 every day pretty easy, but on my bad days I lose $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. So it takes you a week to make up for one loss, for one bad day. Hi, sweetheart. These metrics have been great. I'm absolutely loving these metrics. I mean, think about what we did. And think about, look at the videos I've made. I mean, it'd be pretty hard to make 3 months of videos using the metrics and having as good a luck as I've had over and over and over and over and over again. You know what I mean? And now I just trust them. I don't even want to do anything that my brain tells me to do. I don't even look at charts and think, oh, this is going to go up or this is going to go down. I let the metrics do my thinking for me. Maybe that's been one of the best things about it, because my mind, I've got so many things from trading over the years that I've learned. Sometimes I want to do something that's counterproductive, because my brain's telling me that's what this will probably happen, that probably will happen. I didn't go off the metrics. I shorted NQ 1 micro after 10. I was up 200 at one time, and now I'm just holding my loss, which is close to 240. All because I was busy with day job emails and meetings. Ani, that sucks, man. So you're still in the short? I would probably cancel it. I'd probably cancel it and take it out. The analysis I did earlier, I don't think it's going to go. I mean, it may, but I'd hate to tell you to hold it and then you're down 1,000, right? So, I mean, I love the metrics. I don't know, Ani, if you have the metrics and if you follow kind of how I do the strategy. But like right now, I would never look for a sell on MES. The chart I'm staring at right now, there's just nothing telling me to sell. And look how we're sitting. We're doing pretty well. So that's my opinion. I mean, you can hold if you want, but hopefully it doesn't spike up against you. The NQs is crazy I'm not gonna swear, crazy beast. And I've seen it do some funky things up and down. So, okay, everybody watching this, we are just now cresting that resistance. If this holds, we got about 55 seconds into the candle. If this holds and continues to go, I'm just going to leave my stop loss and take profit where they are. I think we're going to hit them. And that'll put me where I need to be. We'll be over my threshold, and we'll be where I need to be. This? That's a car, huh? You like cars, don't you? Yeah, for a little girl, you like cars, don't you? Yeah, for sure, Erica, for sure. The trade of 8 feature where you can set a stop loss and a take profit. Just let the system tell you. You either stop because you got where you needed to, or you stop because things aren't going your way. And it's real easy. It's so much easier. I mean, think about if you wouldn't have stopped and you were down 250 on a 50K account, and then the next day you tried to make that 250, or later that day you tried to make that 250 back, and before you knew it, it spiraled out of control and it's 1250. I mean, that story is as old as time. Everybody here has probably have a story like that. Whoa. Hey. We're inside, remember? Sorry about that, guys. She's got a set of lungs. But yeah, that's great. Erica, you're going to be a great trader because of that, because you have that discipline. That I'm not kidding you. You could be a terrible trader, but have that discipline and still come out all right. You know what I mean? That's such a huge part of trading. Trading is psychological. Trading is having a good system. Trading is risk management, right? You can have the best system in the world with poor risk management, and it won't work for you. Because the first time that you need to do something that it's not, the first time you need to take a loss, you don't do it, you're just going to wipe out, right? So, and like the other day, guys, I the other live stream we did, I loved that one because we were in a pretty good trade. I wasn't anywhere near my take profit, and it started going against us. And the second I got a candle saying get out, I got out. And 45 minutes later, that trade would have been 10 times worse. Because it spiraled against us. It rocketed against us. And if I'd have been stubborn, thinking it was going to keep going where I wanted to, even though the analysis was solid, wouldn't have been good. I wouldn't have this account. I'd be doing an eval again. Yeah. Yep. Discipline and risk management. So what I love about the metrics, Erica, is that we're using all these metrics to help us get in a really good entry. And then after that, with the discipline and the risk management is up to us, right? Because it doesn't tell us, the simple market metrics doesn't tell us how much to leverage. It doesn't tell us where to put our stops and take profits. It doesn't tell us when to stop for the day, right? I mean, you can just trade to no end. And most of the time, almost every time I traded like a full 8-hour day, I was in a loss or break even. Whereas 2 or 3 hours in the morning, if I would have just stopped once I hit a certain goal, I could have had the rest of the day stress-free and been up for the day. So that's the discipline part of it. Yep, that's the discipline part of it. Hey, get me that car. Give me the car. Yeah, give me the car. Can you give me that car? Give me that blue Charger. I want that car. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. You need to change it? You need diaper change? You want to come up here and see what we're doing? This is what Daddy's doing right now, huh? This, yeah. 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 Erica, on the RSI, I don't even look at those levels. The only levels I look at is the -12 and the +12. And those levels just help us get in when we're just catching momentum. And I'll tell you why. When I first started using RSI, I did it like everybody else did in Forex. And that was where if it got to 70, then you'd start selling. The problem with that is I've seen it hover at 70 for hours. And the sell I had was actually turned into a loss. So I kind of use it the opposite way. I just use it to get in at the beginning of the momentum, like we did at the first part of this trade. So yeah, the higher levels, I don't even. I mean, I've seen RSI, the price raise on multiple numbers of RSI. So I really don't know if it has much to do with how high it can go or where it'll turn around. So I would look, instead of looking at RSI for where it could possibly turn around, I would look at like the resistance numbers and the order blocks. And guys, I've got to take a break. She needs it. So I'll be back. All right, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so Erica, on the RSI, I don't even look at any other levels other than the -12 and the +12. And basically all that's doing is just getting us in with momentum. We're just trying to get in with whatever momentum's going to push. Hope that makes sense. I used to use trading like that. If you look up RSI on YouTube, you'll see a lot of videos about 80 and 20. I mean, it could be it might work sometimes. I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does sometimes. I just don't use it like that. Okay, I would say we've cleared this resistance. So we've got one more to clear. We've actually got two more to clear until our order block. So things have panned out pretty well for us today. Go down to the 3-minute. Yeah, things have panned out pretty good for us. Yeah, we cleared a resistance here. There's another one here. There's like two right next to each other on the 3-minute chart. On the 5-minute chart, it's just one, but it's at the same. You can see it's at the same level. So how fast price is moving? We're gaining RSI, which means there's more buyers coming in. We're at 50 on the 3-minute, 48 on the 5-minute. So we got a lot of bull pressure here. Doing great though. Come on, bulls. Everybody keep buying. Let's push that price up to that next level, and then let's have a good weekend. How's everybody else doing? Anybody else in a trade? Anybody? Ani, how's your trade? What'd you end up deciding to do? Okay. Ani, you're a human. I'll tell you this, man. You're a human. Every single person on this chat's been there. I guarantee it. Some more than others. Yeah, I've been there, man. Wednesday, I was questioning my life choices. I was questioning my life choices on Wednesday, and I've been involved in trading a lot. I've watched it a lot. I've been in a lot of groups, done a lot of things over the years, and yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Maybe I don't know where you're sitting at and what you want to do, but maybe it'd be good to take a loss and then just take the weekend and come back fresh on Monday. Do you have the market metrics, Ani? Have you bought that yet, or do you have that on your charts, or what system are you using? Are you using okay? So you're using Simple Market Metrics. Are you using the 5-minute time frame? What time frame are you using? Are you using 1 minute? I've heard a lot of people, and this may just, it's really crazy, guys. A lot of people have reached out to me that bought the metrics, but they're not working for them. I've noticed a lot of that. I wonder if that's why Justin's doing so much with his channel right now with training, because he's trying to get that turned around. He's probably getting a lot of complaints or people asking questions or whatever. And so that's why I'm asking that. Yeah, I've done that before too, Ani. The second I closed my trade out, it went the way I wanted it to. If I would have waited another 10 minutes, I wouldn't have lost anything. That's happened to all of us. That sucks, but it's happened to all of us. Yeah, I think we're all bad at it, Lorand. I think we all are. Again, I keep saying this over and over again. I'm a big proponent of the system because it's helped me so much, right? I really just feel like if we be patient for good setups and do the analysis, the top down analysis, we really, more often than not, we're going to get into a good setup. But I've had a lot of people reach out to me and they've had a really hard time with Simple Market Metrics, and I'm not sure why that is. I'm not sure if I every time I've asked them, and the majority of the time, it's either they're using the 1 minute time frame, which I've never been able to make work good. If we were trading 1 minute and you tried to do the cells that the system would give you over the last 45 minutes, you'd have lost every single one of them, because the system, it doesn't give you enough distance to make money on a sell right now. Another thing I noticed is if you're not trading like a regular future, like some people were trading like platinum and some weird ones, and they move really weird. So I don't know how the market metrics work on those. If you read in the notes on the settings tab, and you read in some of the notes, it was designed for what we're doing. It was designed for like MES, NQ. Those are the two main things it was designed for. So I'm thinking it's optimized some way, somehow for those. I just wondering how you're using the market metrics. What time frame? How you gotten that short? Are you on a 1 hour or 1 minute, 2 minute? How'd you get that short on the market metrics? Awesome, Trader Mick. Good job. Nice. Now you can have a great weekend. No more looking at charts. No more stressing about it. You made your money and you're out. Have a good one, man. Thanks for stopping by. Glad to see you're in profit. Good. The signals probably do work well on 1 minute. The thing that I've had a hard time with on the signals, if you're only trading for 6 ticks, a lot of times the signal will post and it's already moved 6 ticks before you're even in the trade. So that's why I like doing it on the 3 minute like I did this morning. I had 2 in a row that worked out for us. Right, Erica, you're absolutely right. I do notice too on Justin's channel, he uses some huge sizes. He's getting like 3,000 a day sometimes. I mean, he's using, but you know, if he's doing those signals like I did, you know, it makes sense, because you can, if you're just doing a small signal like that, you can add some size. That's why I did that this morning. I put 10 on there. I did 25 yesterday, and I may go back to that because those signals work really well. Try the 3 minute chart at the settings I showed you guys. I promise you'll like those signals. I don't know if I would rely on those solely, because I've got so used to swing trading like we're doing now. I like those a little bit more. So Ani says the background turned red at 10 a.m. so I got in the retest of the EMA. Okay. I remember when I looked over, and Erica and I were talking about it earlier, the background was still red. So the candles were green, but the background was red. So kind of confusing. Yeah, definitely a hard area to get in, because what's it going to do? Which is it? Is it up or is it down, right? So, well, hopefully you didn't lose too much, man. Ani, I don't know how many videos you've seen on my channel. I don't know how familiar you are with how I do it. But maybe glance at some of those this weekend. If you want to email me, we can talk a little bit about it. I'll try to help you just get on the way I do it, because we're pulling profit out pretty much every day, especially if I'm at my computer. I'm so much more comfortable sitting right here and confident in what I'm saying and what I'm doing, staring at my chart right here. You know, I just do so much better. I'll never do mobile ordering again. In fact, I'm going to delete the app. I don't even want it on there. I don't want to get alerts on my phone. I don't even want to do it anymore. I just want to be at my computer doing it. Shut it off when I'm done. Travis, question: the entire trading session be available to watch over the weekend? I'll just post the live stream. And then I'll probably do a recap video like I usually do. I'm trying to keep my metrics up for YouTube, so I'm trying to post at least once a day. Yesterday it was impossible. I had way too much going on, but I try to post once a day. So yeah, I'll post the live stream, and then I will post a recap as well. Dorson, nice. You got your eval done. Great. Good for you. You're welcome. Good for you. That's a good feeling, man. Take the certificate they email you and put it on your desktop somewhere, so you can look at it frequently. That'll remind you of the work you did and help you stay focused in your funded. Now the real work begins, and that's trading your funded account. That's going to be the real test of things, is if you can keep your funded account. Dorson, have a good weekend. Thanks for being here. If you run into anybody who's wanting to start trading, send them my way. Show them my videos. Show them my link. Tell them about our experiences on the live stream. Tell them about how things are going. I need to sell more, guys. I'm not only super invested in trading, I'm super invested in becoming one of the number one affiliates for Simple Market Metrics. I want to be the biggest one. I think by the end of this year, I'd like my channel to be pretty polished, and I want to be the biggest affiliate for him because I believe in it that much. Awesome. Great. That's a great feeling, man. I remember the first time I passed an eval, I was on cloud 9. That was great. Good for you. Good for you. Right, Erica? What a beautiful buy. That was just a glorious. Look where we got in. Look where, go back, scroll down. Look where we got in. We got like a perfect entry. I mean, that was, the metrics are a killer, guys. Look at the entry. Look at the entry. I mean, and we're not even, I mean, I was confident in the entry. I could have put so much size on this trade and tried to make all my cash back. But you know what would have happened? The market would have been like, oh, no, you don't. And I'd be buying an eval right now. I mean, this thing's hardly went against us. I think the second candle, it went against us maybe for 30 seconds. And the rest of the time we've been in profit, and it's just growing. Incredible. I mean, this system works, guys. This system works. Anybody watching the live stream later, somebody will be watching this live stream 3 weeks from now, and they'll be like, holy crap, that was great. Look at that. He called it. We did the analysis. We got in at the right time, and here we are. Absolutely wonderful. I love it. Yeah. So that's why I do NQ and ES so much together, Erica, because they move so similar. Most days they're so similar. NQ's the choppy cousin, right? But most days they're so similar. And if I'd entered an NQ, I mean, I was tempted to do it, but I really, today my goal is just to get this over 100K again and feel like, okay, I can breathe. I'm going to start fresh. I'm just 2 or 3 days behind where I wanted to be, but I'm still funded. I didn't blow it. I had a really bad set of circumstances on Wednesday and early into Thursday. I'm never trading mobile again. And not only that, I'm trusting the metrics to get me where I want to go. Look at what's happened. Look where we are. The metrics got me out of that hole. Straight up. Straight up. They got me out of that hole. All I did is calm down, refocus, and I'm out. I'll be out of that hole. Mahidi, hey, how are you? Thank you. Yeah, great buy rally, huh? Great buy rally. Everybody watching the live stream here, we should have done really well on this. Feels like a family show. Well, that's good, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's great. I hope everybody feels welcome. This is something I've always wanted to do, and I hope you feel good with what I'm teaching, and I hope you feel good being here because you're welcome. Everybody's welcome here. What we're going to do in this channel and what we're going to do with this live stream over this year is we're going to make some magic, man. We're going to really get this out to people that need it, and we're going to teach solid core principles that are going to help people get where they need to go. And it doesn't mean we're going to win every time. We're not going to win every trade. It will never happen. But we're going to have a solid strategy, a solid system to help us when we get in a bad way. Are you, Erica, what are you saying? Are you up 1,400, totally 8 contracts? No, I'm only in 4 contracts. For the day, I'm up like 1,400, yeah. Yeah, I was down $4,000 at one point, Erica. I was, even with all my years experience and everything happened, I couldn't believe how fast it happened. I'll just be right honest. Things spiraled out of control so fast for me, I couldn't believe it. And then when I saw that I was getting the delayed alerts on my mobile from TradingView, oh man, I almost deleted the app right there. I wanted to do some more investigating before I did anything, but I think I'm going to delete it. I think I'm just going to delete the app. I'm just going to trade like this from now on. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it on the mobile ever again. So, okay, so guys, we have hit, so on the 3-minute chart, we dipped into this. We barely broke this resistance here, and we dipped into this order block. On the 5-minute chart, we still got a ways to go till that order block. So, how I'm reading this, we're seeing a lot more resistance because there's a block here that you can't see on here, and then there's a block a little bit higher. So, how much higher it will go, I don't know. I really wanted to be a little bit higher than this before I take the trade, before I cancel the trade. It's the same chart. It's the same chart. One's 3 minute, one's 5 minute. So, but you know, very small size, and we've got some distance today, and I'm just trying to. I'm doing that on purpose. I'm just trying to. I could have. My gut was telling me go more, do more, go more. I could have done NQ too, but I'm really just trying to get this account back over the top. So, okay, let's see what this next candle does. RSI's dropping to 36 and 14. Wow, it just dropped a huge ton. Dropped down to 20 and that candle opened. You can probably hear the gears turning in my head. Yeah, really small size, and we had a great day. Usually I do have NQ and MES, and they both have a different number, so it would have been stacked. But today I didn't want to take any chances. I didn't want anything goofy going against me. I'm really hyper focused on getting this account back to 100K, and we're $300 from it. You know what I mean? I'm right there. Okay, I'm going to take it. RSI's dropping. It's probably going to bounce off this profit wave. It might just bounce off that profit wave. Let's watch for a minute. I don't want to get... Yeah, see on the 3 minute we bounced off that profit wave. That's pretty common. I've seen that. A lot of times when it dips into the profit wave, the next two candles are the exact opposite. You can go through the history on it, and you'll see a lot of times when it dips into the profit wave, the very next two candles are the complete opposite. So it's just a series of EMAs, I'm sure. Nice. Good job, Ray. I'm going to call it 6:04 on two funded. Thanks for the live stream. You're welcome. Thanks for being here. Remember where to send people if you run into them. Probably just pull back a little bit. News at 12, Trump signing orders. Oh, that'll be great for the market. Yeah, that's true, Ani. A lot of people do exit before lunch. Yeah, that's true. That could be very possible. Okay, I got one more minute. I want to see what the next candle does. RSI's gained a little bit. RSI has actually gained a little bit from the last candle. And my daughter's getting kind of fussy, so I need to go to her here in a bit. So I may just take the profit and... God, I wish we were a little higher. I maybe should have took it the last candle, but... I'm not going to let it go down much lower, though. I can tell you that right now. We're going to capture what we got to capture and move on with our day. Yeah, if I'd have traded NQ, we would have been double this. I would have done one on NQ, and we'd have been double this. But like I said, I'm really focused on just fixing this account. I'm going to rest over the weekend. We're going to hit it hard on Monday. Okay, new candle popped open. RSI dropped a little bit. I'm going to take it. I took it. 512. Still got 250 more to go. I may watch the charts a little bit. I got to go to my daughter though, guys, so I'm going to end the live stream. She's being super fussy today, so thank you everybody who was here. That was a great trade. Excellent session. That was an awesome live stream. Thanks for all your input. That was awesome. I guys, if you have questions, I love to help you. So, Ani, if you study some of the videos I've got, yeah, let's, anything I can help with next week, let's just all try to be green together, right? Maybe that'll be our slogan, green together. That's a great one. Maybe I'll make a thumbnail with that. I think that's a great slogan, green together. Everybody have a good weekend. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for your support. Thank you for those that have bought the Simple Market Metrics. Like I said, the last week I've sold more than I have in the last month, so thank you. I appreciate that. Anybody who needs help, email me or stay on the live streams. and we ended green. We had a great Friday. I'm happy with this. I had a 250 it was an $89 trade and then 520 right here. So we held tight. It's probably going to go up a little bit more, but we got our profit. We got it. And the market metrics worked. That's the important thing. Market metrics work. And everybody have a great weekend. We will see you Monday.